We have Governor Ducey in here with us. Thank you, Governor, for being here.
Good to be back.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Welcome
Happy
back.
Monday.
So on Friday, you tweeted a deal. Tell us what that means.
So we do have a deal. It's an agreement with the legislature. We have to, even though I want to present a deal, I have to work with the House and the Senate. So we met with the Speaker and the President, and we have a framework to have the 20% pay increase by 2020 for all our teachers. Now, I've been listening to a lot of these teachers as well and meeting with teachers in the Red for Ed movement and others. And it's about more than just teacher pay. It's also about the support staff inside the school. It's about per pupil funding. So the 20% by 2020 will be part of the details of the budget that will be introduced this morning.
Okay.
In addition to $100 million for support staff with the commitment for $371 million additional dollars over the next 5 years. So when you want to talk about getting back to a certain level of funding, the best way to get there is put significant additional funding in. When this budget's passed, it will be permanent, ongoing, in the base, and inflated, codified into law, in the general fund. That's the best way to get the most sustainable funding to our teachers. We have a growing economy. It's growing dramatically. We're a top 5 state in the nation. We can address this issue, and this is what we intend to do in this budget cycle.
And that seems to be, though, the concern on behalf of everybody that is part of this movement, the teachers, the staff, is the sustainability. And that still seems to be their concern.
So how is this sustainable? I mean,
especially with the additional money, the big, large numbers by 2023.
Yes, it is sustainable, and you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from Moody's Analytics, who looked at these projections. You can take it from the Congressional Budget Office. You can take it from the Finance Advisory Committee, the Seidman Institute at W.P. Carey, the Eller Institute.
Saying that things look really good.
Well, not only that things look really good, but in this year's budget, on April 11th, we learned that there's going to be an additional $243 million. I want to get that $243 million to the teachers. The CBO said we're going to have $1.5 billion over the next 5 years. That's another $300 million a year. These are the dollars that we've taken this budget and addressed this issue. Now, I understand people want to see the specifics. That budget will be introduced this morning in the state legislature. As soon as it's passed, I will sign it into law. But I'm also concerned about the pressure this strike is putting on our parents who work, whose children are out of school. I don't know if they can bring them to work every day, if they can find daycare. And a lot of these kids get breakfast and lunch at our schools. I know some of our schools are open. I want to get all of them open. And I want to get our teachers back to doing what they do best, which is teach inside the classroom.
Well, let's get back to sustainability if we can quickly. Sure. What happens in a worst case scenario if we have another unforeseen thing happen and we go back to 2008 recession? Would they still have this money?
Well, one thing I want to say is our economy is growing. We have dollars in the rainy day fund. We've right-sized our budget. We've been very fiscally responsible. But the dollars that will be passed for these teacher raises will be permanent, ongoing, in the base, and they will be codified into law. So these dollars will be protected. They'll be untouchable.
Do you feel that this is enough based on the people you have met with, teachers, staff, people with Red for Ed, that this will be what they need to get them back?
Well, that's a question for them. I will tell you that this is a 20% pay increase for our teachers by 2020. It's $100 million additional. The only thing that you could do in addition to this is raise taxes. And the reason I have been resistant to this is, why would we raise taxes when we have hundreds of millions of dollars additional flowing into the state because our economy is growing, our population is growing? So to me, this is a better, more positive way to fix this issue, and it is an issue. Our teachers have earned and deserve this raise. I want to get it to them, but I don't want to get our teachers a raise while shutting down our economy.
So what are your chances now of getting this passed? So you say it's going to be written today.
They're going to be very good. I'm going back to the Capitol. I've been working all weekend. My team has been working all weekend along with these legislators. It's time to act.
Give me a timeline. What do you think?
It's the budget is going to be introduced today, and then I'll sign it as soon as it's done. It could be as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we are really hopeful on all accounts. I know us as parents.
I know the teachers want to get back to school. I know the students. I have a sophomore who's got finals coming up, and she's starting to get nervous. You know how it is. These kids
We've got
hard.
finals, we've got graduations, we've got military deployments, we've got people that are headed off to missions, and just summer break. I mean, we want to resolve this.
Good. Okay. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Good luck going forward.
Thank you.